Hello, good morning. In the previous class, we are completing the longest topic of this unit, that is the Cronin-Penning model, and this is the one of the most important topic of our syllabus, that is the Cronin-Penning model. And we are completing this class in the previous class, and in this today's class, we are starting the new topic, that is the Hall effect. This is also the most important topic in the unit, Hall effect. So Hall effect. So E.H. Hall is the name of scientist. E.H. Hall. So E.H. Hall in 1879, in 1879, okay, E.H. Hall in 1879 devised an experiment. So he performed an experiment. So by using this experiment, with the help of which we can conclude the type of charge carriers in a conductor, means we can determine the type of charge carrier in the conductor, means what type of charge carriers is in the conductor, positive charge carriers or the negative charge carriers. So we can determine by using this Hall effect. So first of all, consider a strip of copper carrying a current I in the direction shown in the figure. So these are the two conductors or the strip of copper conductors, or we here taking copper conductors. So carrying a current I in the bottom direction or the downward direction. Okay. So the current flows in the directions in which positive charge would move. So when current moves in the downward direction, so that's why the positive charge moves. Means here positive charge, here negative charge. These are the 2 points. Here x, y are the 2 points, and in that y lies positive charge and x lies the negative charge. Here also this is the direction of current I, and this is the width of this distance, okay, distance of this strip, small d. Here's the x lies negative charge, y lies positive charge, and y lies negative charge. Okay. So the the current flows in the direction in which the positive charge would move. So when the current moves in the downward direction, so that means positive charge is also moves in the current direction. Means the direction of positive charge and current becomes same. Okay. The motion of negative charge moving up. So that's why when the positive charge moves in the downward direction with according to I, then the negative charge moves in the upward direction. Here negative charge moves in the upward direction, and here also negative charge moves in the upward direction. The motion of the negative charge moving up is equivalent to the current moving down. So thus in both the figures A and B, the current has downward direction. Here the current direction in the downward direction, and here also downward direction. Okay. Suppose a magnetic induction B is applied at right angle to the front face of the strip. So here this is the magnetic induction applied. That means this is the front face of the strip. This is the front face of the strip, and it is applied. So this magnetic induction apply right angle to the front face of this. This is the right angle. Means here a 90-degree angle of the front strip. So this is the direction of magnetic induction B that is applied at the right angle to the front face of the strip. Okay. So a deflecting force. The deflecting force F is equals to, what is the value of this F? We know that this F is nothing but the Q Vd into B. So this is the deflecting force acts on the charge carrier inside the conductor, and this is the direction of the force, that is the in the right hand side. This is the direction of force, and in that this is also the direction of force. The deflecting force acts on the charge carrier inside the conductor since the drift velocity of the charge carriers and the magnetic induction are right angle to each other. So this Vd, this is nothing but the drift velocity, and this is also the drift velocity. The direction of drift velocity in the first figure A is in the downward direction, and this is the opposite to the magnetic field induction and the this Vd. So here also in the right angle direction, the drift velocity of charge carries and the magnetic induction are at right angle to each other. Therefore, this VD cross B is equals to, we can write this VD into B, because as this B and VD are right angle to each other, that means 90-degree angle, so we can remove this cross product and we write the dot product VD. So this VD is nothing but the suffix of the V, suffix of this V. Okay, so this is the suffix of V, that is the drift velocity. So by using this direction of this drift velocity, we can conclude that if the charge carriers are positive, that means the direction of this drift velocity and the magnetic field induction are right angle to each other, so we can write this VD cross B is equals to VD into B. So thus the force F acts on the charge carriers, making them drift towards the right. That means there is a force applied towards the right, so that's why the charge drift towards the right, means the charge carriers making them drift towards the right, because the direction of this force is nothing but the right hand direction. So that's why carriers move them, making them drift towards the right. So if the charge carriers are positive, if charge carriers are positive, if the charge carriers are positive, the positive charge collects near the right side. The positive charge collect near the positive charge collect near the right side. Okay, and thus the point such as Y will be at positive. So therefore here, if the direction of force is right hand side, that means if the charge carriers are positive, means if we consider randomly, if the charge carriers are positive, the positive charge collect near the right side, because the force make them towards the right. So that's why Y is at positive side, means Y lies positive charge. Point Y will be at the positive potential with respect to the point such as X. And if the charge at, therefore point Y, therefore the point Y will be at positive potential. With respect to X. Okay. And if opposite, and if charge carriers are negative, okay, then second concept, if the charge carriers are negative and if charge carriers are negative, if we consider charge carriers are negative, the negative charge collects near the right side, and and point Y. Therefore, point Y is at negative potential with respect to X. Okay, so these are the differentiation by using this diagram. Here in the first diagram A, here the point Y is at positive potential, means the charge carriers are positive, so that's why positive charge collects near the right side, that means at point Y. So therefore the point Y is at positive potential, means this first strip contains positive charge. Okay, means the charge carriers are positive in the figure A, and in figure B, Y maintains at the negative potential, that means negative charge carriers are supported here in the figure B. Okay, so this is the positive charge and this is the negative charge carriers. The potential difference between the X and Y stops further accumulation of charge carriers, and in steady state the transverse potential difference called the Hall voltage. Then next concept is the Hall voltage. Hall voltage. So Hall voltage means, so if the potential difference, this is the positive and negative, this is the plus minus, and if this potential difference between X and Y, means there is a accumulation of or there is a collection of positive charge and negative charge, and if this collection of negative and positive charge stops further accumulation of charge carriers and contains a steady state or maintain at the steady state, the transverse potential is the transverse potential difference called the Hall voltage, means the transverse potential or difference, transverse potential difference called the Hall voltage, and this is denoted by the letter VH. Hall voltage is established between the X and Y. Okay, means if the potential difference, means the accumulation of charge carriers becomes stopped between X and Y, then the transverse potential difference called the Hall voltage stored at the X and Y, because the original potential voltage is stopped and there is a again next transverse potential difference called the Hall voltage is established between the X and Y. Then again the next part of this Hall effect we will see in the next class. Thank you.